to First Parish in Waltham. We are so glad you're here. Whoever you are, wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. My name is Dan Taylor. I am the treasurer of First Parish and on the board. I am a 60-something white guy, and I'm wearing a blue shirt with pineapples on it, indicating that summer, as the weather is also indicating, that summer is nigh. These next few days will definitely feel like summer. So here are this week's announcements. We try to make the service as accessible as possible with hearing helpers and large print versions of our service materials available from our ushers. Our weekly newsletter is available on our website, not yours, on our website, and paper copies are at the entrances to the building. To receive an emailed copy each week, please speak to a greeter or usher. In donating flowers for a Sunday service, to sign up, please view the newsletter. Pastoral care is always available to everyone, newcomers, members, and visitors alike. Please reach out for any assistance. If you'd like to join, sign up through our newsletter. You're getting a theme here. The newsletter is an important part of our communications. This week's newsletter highlights several upcoming events and future service dates. The flowers today are donated by Mary Bergeron in celebration of the joy music brings to us and the ability to connect us. Where does our pledge money go? Come and find out at noon in the chapel and on the service Zoom. We'll share a preview of next year's budget. I'll be there. Again, that is at noon. Come and find out about our income and expenses. Joyful Voices of Inspiration's concert today at 3:30 p.m. in the sanctuary. That's right here. Additional parking for the concert is available across the church at the McDevitt Middle School parking lot right over there. So come and enjoy even more of this amazing music. The Beep Baseball info session is after church today. The Renegades will play First Parish on Saturday, June 6th at 10 a.m. See Barry Stearns or April Rosario to sign up for any questions. I did it last year. It was a lot of fun. I would recommend taking part. Book Club meets Thursday, May 21st, 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. in the Harrington Room to discuss this monk's book. Find the title, where else? In the newsletter. Friendly reminder, annual reports are Tuesday, May 26th, are due Tuesday, May 26th at 7 a.m. Need help, reach out to Kayla in the office. That's especially out there for all those commissioners and committee heads. Child dedications will take place during the youth service on Sunday, May 31st. Contact April Rosario for questions. Save the date. Our annual meeting is on Sunday, June 7th. More details soon. Thank you to all who've contributed to Coffee Hour this week. Next week, we invite those with names S through Z to contribute. Sign up in the newsletter to help. As a reminder, please support our building by tidying up after church activities. Thank you for supporting our staff and community. This is the end of today's announcements. Please check you have silenced your phone and other communication devices. And now, please turn around and wave to those people who are joining us on Zoom. Our video camera is just to the right of the exit sign over the door.
mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so good. And every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. Oh, all my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up, oh yeah, until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, all my life you have been faithful. Every breath I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been wrapped in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice when you lead me to the fire. Yes, in darkest times, you've been close like no other. Oh yeah, I've known you as a father. I have known you as a friend. I'm gonna sing because you know, oh God, you have been so faithful. All my life you have been so good. With every breath I will sing of the goodness of God. Yeah. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Don't you know that your goodness is running after me, it's running after me. And you know it every breath I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. Yeah. All my life you have been so good. And every breath, with every breath, I will sing of the goodness of God. Sing of His goodness. I will sing of the goodness. Sing of His goodness. I'll sing of the goodness. I'll sing of the goodness of God. I'll sing
What a way to begin a morning. Thank you all so much. Having one little voice coming out to the sanctuary feels paltry after all of that. So I'll have to do my best to project and bring energy. There, now we're all awake. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to First Parish in Waltham. I'm the Reverend Christina Willie McKnight, and I am your guest minister here today, and I am so glad to be here with all of you. I am a white woman with short blonde hair. I want to extend a special welcome to those of you who might be with us for the first or second time today, either virtually or in person. So much of what it means to be part of a Unitarian Universalist church community is to work in the world of the service of inspiration, connection, and service. This is the ground on which we gather together each week, and it is that which guides us in all that we do. We gather together each week because we know that in connection we find meaning and strength and love. We gather together because together we are able to create and live out our dreams, to help each other and to be part of something greater than ourselves. To love without exception is at the heart of our faith, and each Sunday we leave this space and time together with a sense of that love, and with the strength and the hope for the week to come. Our call to worship this morning comes from the Reverend Tess Baumberger. Entranced with possibility. We gather as a community of seekers, always ready to awaken each other's curiosity in this beautiful, challenging, complex world. May we enter our worship today with open minds, warm hearts, and spirits entranced with possibility of healing, hope, transformation, and justice. Come, let us worship together. At this time, I would like to invite up a person who I've seen transform over the years. Cam, you share with us this morning's chalice lighting.
This flame is for the questions that follow us home, the ones that refuse to settle, that sit beside us at night. Not every riddle is meant to be solved. Let this light keep an open space where not knowing is allowed to breathe.
And now we will move into our opening hymn, which we encourage you to do in whatever way feels right for you, whether that means rising in body, dancing in the aisle, clapping along, singing with gusto, or simply listening and letting yourselves be bathed in the sound of others. So please join us in our opening hymn this morning, number 298, Wake Now, My Senses.
If you'd like to. And if you've already sat down, no worries. And I invite you to join us in our unison affirmation. Now, this is something we have been working on for a while. We know that we don't all have the same feelings about all the words in it, and that's okay. I invite you to really lean into the words that make sense for you. Our unison affirmation is found in your order of service and on your screens and begins with the word love. Love is the spirit of this church and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Please be seated. My name is April Rosario. I am a Black woman in my late 30s with shoulder-length dreadlocks, and it is a privilege to serve as your director of faith formation. Today, I have a story for you, and it's one that some of you may have heard. But it is a favorite of mine, and one that goes so perfectly with our theme of the month, which is awakening curiosity. Today, I want to tell you the story, Pandora's Box, with a little twist, because you know I had to add a little twist into it. And we'll start it the way all of the great stories do, and if you're joining us for the first time, you'll find out how all the great stories start. They start with Once upon a time, long, long, long ago, before humans knew sorrow or struggle, the world was said to be simple and sheltered. The rivers ran clear. Bread rose easily in the oven. Children slept without fear. No one knew a hungry belly. Things were good. And yet, the gods worried. Human beings are safe, one god said, but they're not growing. They obey, said another, but they do not wonder. And so the gods came up with a plan. They shaped a woman and named her Pandora. And they gave her many gifts: music and language, tenderness, imagination, laughter and courage, and above all else, curiosity. Now, this wasn't the shallow curiosity that seeks for gossip or distraction, but a deep curiosity that asks, what's truth? What lies beyond the horizon? What happens if we dare to know more? When Pandora came into the world, she was given many gifts. One of them, a beautifully carved box that came with a warning. Do not open. Okay, she said. And she took the box home, found the perfect spot for it, carefully placed it, and tried to listen to the warning. She swept around it, dusted beside it, was entranced when the sunlight came in through the window and made it glitter. But it was almost as if the box was alive with mystery. Why, she thought, would they give me a box that was never meant to be opened? This doesn't feel fair. Each day, the wondering inside her grew louder and louder and louder. Now, sometimes this story is told, and they say that the curiosity she was given was a mistake. But I don't think it was. You see, wisdom stories let us know that there is so much more when we listen just beneath the surface. And that's what I think this story tells us. So the story goes on like this. One evening when the moon was high and the world was still, Pandora just couldn't help herself anymore. With trembling hands and nervousness in her belly, she walked over to the box and ever so carefully cracked the lid, which flew open. What was inside shocked her. All at once out flew grief and illness. Fear and anger burst into the air. Jealousy and violence, loneliness and despair flew out faster than she could have imagined. And they scattered across the earth like sparks from a fire. Pandora cried out and tried to close the lid, but it was too late. What happens next? Some people tell the story and end it there. But there's more. Pandora sat beside the box weeping, not only for the suffering that had just been released into the world, but for the knowledge that she had done it herself, that her curiosity had led her there. She cried and she cried and she cried. But then she heard something, a soft fluttering inside the box. And once again, she was curious. She took a deep breath, walked over, and lifted the lid just so. What she saw at the bottom of the box was hope. And not the fragile kind of hope that pretends that suffering isn't real. Not wishful thinking or a denial kind of hope, but a fierce and stubborn hope that allows people to keep loving after loss, to keep building after destruction, and to keep seeking truth even when it's painful. She took a breath, wiped her tears, and realized that yes, she had let all these other things out into the world, but she had also let out hope. She realized that curiosity had not ruined anything. Instead, it had awakened. Because without curiosity, there would be no medicine, no justice, no music, no science, no compassion to deepen our understanding. Without curiosity, no one would ask why. No one would challenge, and no one would be able to imagine a better world. Curiosity opened the box. It let out the hard things, but it also let out the hope. The end. Kind of. That is the end of the story, but I have a challenge for you if you are willing to take it. We take these wisdom stories from around the world and we try to find the meaning that they have for us. So here is your challenge today, tomorrow, and in the days that come. What is curiosity leading you to? What would happen if you just peeked in and lifted the lid on the boxes in your life? Where is the hope that you can let into the world? And with that, I invite you to rise in body or spirit as you are willing and able, and join us in our next hymn, which is 1020, Wayaya.
Good morning. I am Nancy Lawrence, and to label myself, I am a white, quite older woman, and with full energy and all of that. So I welcome all of you here, and will tell you that at this time in the service is when we share our joys and concerns with our whole congregation. Our thought behind that is that when we share a joy or a concern, the joy becomes brighter and the concern becomes less heavy. So we welcome you to come to the front and light a candle for your joy or concern if you would like to. And on the internet, you may put it in the chat.
think that's it. And Nancy's going to light one more candle for all the concerns that we hold inside that we just want to keep to ourselves or don't feel like we can share, and just know that, we're here for each other. Thank you. Okay. Did you want to say something?
Please join with me in the spirit of meditation and prayer. We lift up all of these joys and concerns that have been spoken today. The celebrations and the losses, the friends who have left us too soon. We wrestle individually and as a community with the hard things in life. Saying goodbye, or sometimes not getting the chance to. Challenges, illnesses. That which is unexpected, sometimes which may become a joy later on, but the unexpected nature of it is so hard. We together as a community raise up the challenges of life, knowing that our burdens are lessened as we share them together. We also raise up the joys, the celebrations, the new opportunities, the ways in which our world unfolds that are extraordinary. We give thanks today for the joy that is appearing to be a warm New England day. For the flowers and the trees and the world coming alive. For the beauty that we breathe in and out in this moment, and with the joy and celebration of being alive. Amen. I am going to lead your invitation to generosity today, and because this was a little bit of recent news, I am going to share with you from my heart. I have been a UU minister for 21 years. And I have been a Unitarian Universalist for twice that. And one of the things that I have seen happen over my entire lifetime and in the last 20 years as a minister is that not everybody comes to church every Sunday. I know it's a shock. I know there must not be anything else to do on Sunday mornings, but not everyone does come to church on Sunday, every Sunday. And one thing that happens is that if we don't come to church one Sunday, if we miss a week, or sometimes two, or sometimes we move, or sometimes something entirely unexpected happens, one thing that we believe is that we can come back. That when that next Sunday comes that we want to be at church, church will be there. The people will be there. The people leading worship will be there. The community will be there. There will be church, even if we're not there on a Sunday. And that is usually true. Most of the time, that is true. But when that is not true, it is because the people did not give. It is because the people did not keep showing up enough so that when they were not there a Sunday, somebody else would be the next week. I have helped to close a church many years ago, 15, I guess, 18. And as I helped them lock the doors for the last time, one of the sadder things I have done in my lifetime. We talked about what it would be, how the world would be shifted, that people would come back to the church and it wouldn't be there. And one of the women I was talking to that day said to me, Christana, when you go to the other churches, tell them how important it is. So I'm here today to tell you how important it is. Because you're not going to be here every Sunday. No one individual person, however dedicated you might be, is going to be here every Sunday. But through what we give together, this community will be. May we give and receive the offering this morning for the work of this congregation. Our reading today is an excerpt from a book. And the book is called Curious: The Desire to Know and Why Your Future Depends on It, by Ian Leslie. Curiosity is a muscle. Use it or lose it. It's something we consciously have to nurture in ourselves, in our families, in our classrooms, and at work. Sometimes I hear that curiosity and creativity are killed by too many facts, but actually the opposite is true. The more you know, the more you want to know. Not only that, but the more you know, the more connections you can make between the different bits of knowledge that you have in your head, and therefore the more ideas you have, which is why curiosity is really a wellspring of creativity. Technology is replacing routine work, and that's what technology replaces first and has done throughout history. So intellectually curious people who are asking through learning and questions in their careers, who keep asking questions, good questions, of adapting and collaborating with others from different disciplines, people who are capable of really thriving in this world of non-routine work, in other words, are the people who are going to do better. This has been the story as old as time. Our oldest stories about curiosity are actually warnings. Adam and Eve and the apple of knowledge, Icarus and the sun, Pandora's box. Early Christian theologians railed against curiosity. St. Augustine claimed that God fashioned hell for the inquisitive. Even humanist philosopher Erasmus suggested that curiosity was greed by a different name. For most of Western history, it has been regarded at best as a distraction, and at worst a poison, corrosive to the soul of a society. There is reason for this. Curiosity is unruly. It doesn't like rules, or at least it assumes that rules are provisional, subject to the laceration of a smart question nobody has yet thought to ask. It disdains the approved pathways, preferring diversions, unplanned excursions, impulsive left turns. In short, curiosity is deviant. Pursuing it is liable to bring you into conflict with authority at some point, as everyone from Galileo to Charles Darwin to Steve Jobs could have attested. A society that values order above all else will seek to suppress curiosity. But a society that believes in progress, innovation, and creativity will cultivate it, recognizing that the inquiring minds of its people constitute its most valuable asset. In medieval Europe, the inquiring mind, especially if it inquired too closely to the edicts of church or state, was stigmatized. During the Renaissance and the Reformation, received wisdoms began to be interrogated. And by the time of the Enlightenment, European societies started to see their future lay with the curious and encouraged probing questions rather than stamping on them. The result was the biggest explosion of new ideas and scientific advances in Western history. The great unlocking of curiosity translated into a cascade of prosperity for the nations that precipitated it. Today, we cannot know for sure if we are in the middle of this golden age or at a period at the end of it. But today, at this moment, we are the very least in a lull. It's so good to be with you all. I want to tell you today a story from some time ago when my children were toddlers. That was a minute ago. My son decided just last week to begin Suffolk University next fall. So it's been more than 10 minutes since he was a toddler. But One of the things that happened a lot when my kids were toddlers that is still happening today the world over, and certainly in the greater Boston area, is families are watching WGBH. Is this something any of you are familiar with? I see some nods of recognition. WGBH. My heart be still. PBS was one of our favorite traditions. I, as a good Unitarian Universalist parent, limited my kids' screen time, at least before the pandemic. After that, But before then, we were careful, and one of the things that we said was you could always watch as much PBS as you want. And they developed a favorite, my son and my daughter, a very calming show on WGBH called Curious George. For those of you who might not be familiar, Curious George is a story that was written originally in the 1940s about a troublesome monkey who was brought to the United States by a man wearing a yellow hat and who got into all sorts of difficulties on the voyage and in the city due to his curiosity. While the original Curious George books do leave some things to be desired in a modern context, PBS gave it their usual wonderful adaptations, and it became a favorite of my family. The narrator in this version has the most calming voice, just melodious. And the stories are ideal for kids, and it turns out adults, as George the monkey displays his curiosity with his friend the man in the yellow hat all over New York City. Why are trees green? How high do branches go? How do you decide what groceries to put in which bag when you're at the store at the checkout? That one stays with me. Do bubbles float forever above buildings, or do they burst, or can we just not see them anymore? These are tiny subsections of the questions that Curious George investigated on PBS that my children watched spellbound as George learned about the world around him. They mimicked what they saw on television, as children do, asking questions and finding curiosity all around them. And with them, I found myself asking questions I had not asked before, engaging in curiosity that has happily stayed with me since that time, intentionally nurtured. Studies tell us that curiosity is something that we are all born with, but something that does not always stay with us. It has to be a choice that we make to stay curious as we mature. There is a strong push in our society today, probably even before today, but certainly in 2026, to accept the reality that has been presented to you unquestioningly. Interestingly, the realities that are presented to us from many angles are often in direct conflict with each other and presented in different ways, often without investigation or contextualization. We have to engage our curiosity if we're going to work with the question of how do we understand the world around us. We have to engage our curiosity at least as much as Curious George and the preschoolers do, but maybe some would argue even more. I'm going to reread a section of our reading this morning. Our oldest stories are about curiosity are warnings. Adam and Eve and the apple of knowledge, Icarus and the sun, Pandora's box. Early Christian theologians railed against curiosity, and St. Augustine claimed that God fashioned hell for the inquisitive. It's rather strong language when you're thinking about it in the context of a little monkey, isn't it? Corrosive to the soul and society. Bad for us. I have been thinking a lot about it, because though Curious George presents among the most gentle and docile of understandings, with a calm voice and a gentle animation, there is still that element of questioning that he brings to our children and then to our adults. Questioning why things happen, what makes them happen, and most of all, the reasoning behind it all. Simple questions, but ones that still and all require us to examine our understanding of truth. It is a dangerous and vital thing to have curiosity in life. God fashioned hell for the inquisitive. Aristotle! I mean, come on. It goes all the way back, and there's a lot of reasons for that. One of them is that there is a long history in authoritarian governments of those who asking questions being among the first who are put away, separated from the society and pushed to the margins. Not necessarily because of the answers the inquisitive and curious find, but for the fact that they are willing to ask the questions at all. Those who are willing to ask questions change the status quo. They challenge the authority. They change how we understand what is true, what is required, and most of all, what is real. In times of rising authoritarianism, such as the time we are living in now, curiosity becomes not just a personal virtue, but a moral necessity. Authoritarian systems depend on certainty, obedience, and the narrowing of the imagination. They ask us to accept simple answers, to distrust difference, and to stop asking questions. Curiosity resists this by keeping our minds open and our hearts engaged. It invites us to ask who is being silenced, whose stories are missing, and what truths lie beneath the official narratives. It pushes us to listen across difference, to actually seek out complexity on purpose, and to refuse to be comforted by easy conclusions. In this way, curiosity becomes an act of quiet courage, a commitment to truth over fear, to understanding over control, and to the dignity of every person's voice. In a world that may be trying to close itself, curiosity insists on opening again and again to compassion, justice, and freedom. April told us this morning about Pandora and about how the dreadful thing she did was that she was curious. She also told us that Pandora was made curious on purpose, that was the intention, because the gods knew that with curiosity, a more full life is possible. The gods knew that without the wonder and the extraordinary questions, the life of being a person on earth would be but a shadow of what was possible. Now, this is, of course, a story. Things get a little dicey when I say things like the gods knew from a pulpit, so let's be clear, that's the context we're working in here. But stories bring us illumination. They bring us understanding. They help us to see the truth. For it is when we ask questions, as Pandora did, as Pandora was created to do, just like we are, that we have a further capacity to understand that which is in the world, and as such have a further capacity to live our lives as human beings. An occupational hazard of my job is that I am often asked, "What is the point of this?" I did not get that memo in divinity school. I cannot tell you for certain the point of any of it. The living, the dying, the challenges, the celebrations. What I can tell you for sure is that since we have the opportunity to be alive, each of us here in this space, those gathered on Zoom, we should live. We should live as fully and as completely as we possibly can. We should breathe deeply and question with heartfelt intention. We should not bow down to fear. We should keep the faith, knowing that to engage, to be curious, to ask those questions is at the heart of what it is to be human. We are blessed in Unitarian Universalism with a faith that not only encourages curiosity, but requires it. In our faith, curiosity is not a distraction from belief, but rather the very heartbeat of our spiritual life. Because we are a non-creedal tradition, we are not bound by a single set of answers, but instead invited into a living, evolving search for truth. We understand that wisdom emerges not from certainty alone, but from engaging many voices. Science and poetry, doubt and devotion, traditions across the world, and stories from our own lives. Curiosity becomes our sacred practice, the courage to ask the big questions, the humility to admit that we do not have all the answers. We do not. And the openness to be transformed by what we discover together. In this way, our searching is not solitary but communal, and every question asked in good faith becomes part of the unfolding truth we are building with one another. It is important that we ask those questions in good faith. It does not help us to dig into people's personal lives if they're not interested in that, or to be curious in ways where we're trying to poke holes in somebody's argument just for the fun. Both my parents are attorneys. There are things that we can use curiosity for that do not help us in the wider scale. Very few things in the world are a clearly defined good or ill. But we can use it for good. And I believe we are required to. In our faith, curiosity is not something to be feared, but something to be honored as sacred, a guiding force in our lifelong search for truth. And yet, as we carry stories like Pandora's Box, which warn us about the dangers of opening what is unknown, suggesting that curiosity unleashes chaos and suffering in the world, we have to know that even with the troubles, even when we uncover something, there is one thing that even Pandora always has, which is hope, who stays in the box and who stays with all of us. I have begun to wonder if perhaps understanding this is part of our calling as a faith, to reclaim curiosity not as a reckless disobedience, but as a courageous openness. We do not open the box to invite harm, but to seek understanding, to learn, to grow, and to build a more just and compassionate world. And in this way, our questions become acts of faith, our searching a communal journey, and even in the uncertainty we uncover, we trust, like the last gifts in Pandora's myth, that hope remains, waiting to guide us forwards. It is hard sometimes to keep curiosity. I understand that. There are days when it would be easier to simply accept the truth as it has been presented to us. As I have mentioned here before, I was raised Unitarian Universalist, and one of the ways that I rebelled as a teenager was to try to find a church that would tell me exactly what to do. I visited several, saying, surely someone has clearly laid out guideposts where I won't have to work so hard to figure out what is right. And I went to some, Catholic and Episcopalian, Jewish, Baha'i, and I learned a great deal at each of them. But with each church visit I made, or other faith tradition, I would come upon something that I didn't understand. And when I asked whoever appeared to be the most in charge in that circumstance, what do? You have this thing that you all say every week, but I don't understand this part. It doesn't make sense to me. They said, well, you just accept that. And I thought, whoa, this isn't going well. We question as part of what it is to be alive, as do our brothers and sisters in other faiths. I do not mean to demean them. There is greatness in knowing that there are some things that we accept. But in this church, in this faith, one of the great gifts that we have is that we can lead the questions. We can engage in those in good faith, knowing that it is what we are here to do. And that as we do that, our lives and the world around us becomes a more open, honest, and hopefully loving place. This is the gift that we have. And this is the gift I'm going to ask each of you to carry forth this week. April and I used to serve together at the First Unitarian Church of Taunton. And as though we are in different places now, one thing we both do that we started together in Taunton is we ask anyone in the community with us to know that Sunday morning is not an end unto itself. Sunday morning is where we get the hope and the faith and the sustenance to take this faith out into the world and to live it. So what this means, when you have both April and I leading a worship service, is that you are going to be asked to do something twice. April has already asked you for a challenge this week, and I am going to add another, which is I am going to ask you to take your curiosity this week and do something good with it. I'm going to ask you to engage with that in whatever place you are in whatever environment you are part of, and know that it is through curiosity that we find hope. And that this faith is charged with being a leader. It is our privilege and our responsibility. So may we each live into that this week and in the weeks and the months to come. May it be so. Please rise as you are able and join us in our closing hymn, Rising Green. Number 1068, but it will also be conveniently located all around you. We shall extinguish our chalice today with the knowledge that this is but a symbol. It is a symbol of the light that we each carry in our hearts and our souls. It is a symbol of this community gathered here. And though we extinguish the chalice, the light that each of us has will leave this place, come together again, and in the meantime, bring life to this faith in the world.
He'll make it all right. He'll make it all right. He'll make it all right. Yes, yes, he will. He'll make it all right. He'll make it all right. He'll make it all right. Whatever you want, God is able. Whatever you need, well, he'll supply. Whatever is broken, you know he'll fix it. No need to worry. He's alive. He'll make it all right. He'll make it all right. Yeah. Oh, he'll make it all right. He'll make it all right. He'll make it, yeah. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. He'll make it all right. Whatever you want, God is able. God is able. Whatever you need, well, he'll supply. Oh, this door is broken. Yes, he will fix it. No need to worry. He'll supply. He'll supply. Well, he'll make it. He'll make it all right. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. He'll make it all right. He'll make it all right. Sing it again, choir. He'll He